This is Nightline.
Tonight, the Chrisleys, life after lockup.
I don't have an apology to give you or anyone else over the money that I've made.
Defiantly unfiltered and unapologetic, and newly out of federal prison. Todd and Julie Chrisley, who rose to fame with their outlandish TV show Chrisley Knows Best, granted a controversial presidential pardon.
What is your response, though, to people who say, you know, you wear the MAGA hat, you speak at the RNC, this is pure political favoritism?
Firing back in their own style.
Would I have slept with someone to get one of my children home? I'd have sold tickets to the show that my daughter didn't have to do.
Yeah. What they say about walking free. Plus, bachelorette blowout. Bachelorette parties going big.
I wanted my party to be like hangover style.
And breaking the bank.
I didn't know it was going to be this expensive.
One woman's own version of 27 dresses.
You have a whole closet full. Why?
I have a lot of friends and I like to keep them.
What's fueling this new craze? And remembering Malcolm Jamal Warner, the star of the iconic series The Cosby Show, and what his famous TV father is telling my colleague tonight.
From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Morgan Norwood. Tonight, Todd and Julie Chrisley, recently released from federal lockup, sitting down with Nightline co-anchor Juju Chang for a wide-ranging interview. The wealthy real estate family turned reality show celebrities whose lavish lifestyle and rapid-fire banter earned them fame until they were convicted of fraud. They both say prison humbled them, yet they remain very much themselves. Here's another look.
How's it going? How does it feel?
You don't realize the things that you took for granted until you don't have it.
What are the big things and the little things that you've missed, Julie?
My children and my husband. You know, I missed birthdays and holidays and graduations and things I can never get back. So now I just have to focus on what's ahead of us.
It's been nearly 2 months since Todd and Julie Chrisley walked out of federal prison after being convicted on 12 counts of wire fraud, bank fraud, and tax evasion in 2022. They were in the midst of serving 12 and 7-year sentences.
We are freaking out over here. Well, I have shed so many tears. The president called me personally.
Your parents are going to be free and clean, and I hope we can do it by tomorrow.
Donald Trump surprised them with a presidential pardon after their daughter's sustained campaign to win their freedom.
What is your response, though, to people who say, you know, you wear the MAGA hat, you speak at the RNC, this is pure political favoritism, they don't deserve...
For sure. I get it. I get how it could look that way, but for me, I've also lost a lot along the way.
It's almost like a rebirth.
Todd Chrisley made his money as a real estate developer. The family's series, Chrisley Knows Best, giving a peek into his family's lavish lifestyle.
This is my closet. Things are organized by season. Something that's not right here, and this should not be here. In a year, we probably spend $300,000, sometimes more, just on clothing.
What was the first normal thing you did after coming out?
You know, I think us having dinner, we get to start over, and acknowledging that and giving God the glory for that.
The first meal?
Pizza Hut.
Zaxby's.
The first night of sleeping in your own bed?
Heaven.
Yes.
First post-prison shower or bath?
Without shower
shoes.
It was almost like your first sexual encounter.
That good?
That good.
What was it like reuniting with Savannah? I mean, I've seen that video.
To see him running towards me and to see the individuals, the correctional officers, not grabbing him, and like he was free. So I think that was just so surreal.
So how did the Chrisleys end up in federal prison? In all, federal prosecutors accused the Chrisleys of stealing more than $30 million over the years in fraudulent loans from community banks. Within that time, they also filed for bankruptcy. The indictment calling them career swindlers. The Chrisleys pleaded not guilty, maintaining their innocence.
The heart of the defense here was that they didn't even know that this had happened. They blamed their accountants, saying they're the ones who filed these documents. They're the ones who were lying, and they had no idea. Prosecutors presented a lot of documents here to try to demonstrate that they had engaged in this fraud, like false bank statements, audit statements, invoices. So they used all of these together to try to show this wasn't just a mistake, this wasn't an error, this was intentional.
In the end, the jury convicted the Chrisleys along with their accountant. A judge sentenced them to prison and ordered the Chrisleys to pay $17 million in restitution.
What, if anything, do you think you did wrong?
I trusted the wrong person.
What does redemption mean to you?
I don't really look at redemption because I know that what we were convicted of we didn't do. So I'm not trying to redeem anything. I think that certainly trying to prove what happened and getting the truth out there and exposing those that was involved in it is important to me.
Savannah says she worked hard to get her parents that presidential pardon.
You said that people were accusing you of all manner of things.
Yes.
Sleeping your way to the pardon, paying your way to the pardon. How did you handle that kind of talk?
What was challenging for me was the fact that this talk came from women. So we as women have the ability to build each other up and tear each other down. And I worked for 2.5 years. I did not have a single political connection. I went to DC. I forced myself into rooms I was never invited into.
It was so disheartening, but not unexpected. Would I have slept with someone to get one of my children home? I'd have sold tickets to the show. But my daughter didn't have to do
Yeah, I certainly did not.
Todd and Julie have paid some of the $17 million in restitution they owed. They say they will try now to get that money back.
They got really lucky. A jury convicted them, and appeals court upheld the conviction. They can argue all they want that it didn't happen, but a jury didn't buy it, and an appeals court didn't buy it. But Donald Trump did, and they should be incredibly grateful.
There are some who feel that you were convicted by a jury of your peers, that the appeal was not granted, and that you didn't serve your time.
We were convicted by a jury of our peers, were we? I didn't see multimillionaires in that jury box. I didn't see people that were in the film industry in that jury box. I saw people in a heavily Democratic county, and a judge allowed them to paint us as this white family who has white entitlement and who has money to burn.
The Chrisleys say their time behind bars has left a lasting mark, largely thanks to the people they met inside prison.
They stood in the lobby and they chanted and said, "Don't forget us." And I'm not.
I have met some amazing women. I've met some women that I will be friends with till the day that I die.
And you talked about some of the skills that you learned and
Well,
took
I
part
stayed busy.
in.
I stayed busy. I was determined.
Did you really
to stay
drive
busy.
a forklift?
I did. I absolutely did. I stayed busy every day. I was going to keep my mind active, my body active.
I stayed in a routine. I got up, I showered, I shaved, I put on my clothes, I went to the library, I did my emails, I called Savannah every morning, and then I went and worked out. And then I read a lot. I read 116 books while I was gone. I read a lot of Maya Angelou, and that was very helpful. That was very helpful.
Now that the Chrisleys are reunited, they're finding their new normal, which includes a new reality show on Lifetime. But the question is, will viewers welcome them back into their homes?
You know, there were people that loved Chrisley Knows Best, but then there were people that didn't. You know, so I think you had to develop this thick skin when you're in television.
I've always told my children that it doesn't matter what someone else's opinion is of you unless it causes you to question who you are at your core. No one's opinion of me has ever caused me to question who I am at the core. So I don't worry about someone else's opinion.
Our thanks to Juju. The Chrisleys' Life After Lockup is streaming now on Hulu and Disney+. Up next, Bachelorette Blowout, the traditional night out, now breaking the bank for some with destination gatherings. And later, we remember Malcolm Jamal Warner, one of the stars of The Cosby Show. Welcome back. The traditional bachelorette party, a group of besties enjoying a night out on the town, now often going big ticket with big budgets and even bigger bills. What happens when you're asked to attend more than one? Here's ABC's Lorene Shaw with another look.
Should I get my headband?
Yeah! Me and Summer have been close since birth. Our moms are sisters, so we grew up together.
So what was the moment where she said, Jade, I want you to be my maid of honor?
Oh my gosh, like since very young.
How old were you guys?
10. I swear.
Jade Holden has been preparing for this role all of her life.
Slay with the boots.
As the maid of honor for her best friend and cousin, Summer Khatib.
How excited are you right now?
So
Bachelor party into wedding?
So excited. So excited.
Come on, girls, let's go take a shot!
Summer's friends have flown here to Las Vegas for her bachelorette party.
To Summer!
Committing to the 3-day-long event, some dipping into savings or borrowing money to foot the bill.
I told my friends about this a year ago because they're in the same position as me. Just graduating grad school, still in college, or like starting their careers.
This is how she really wanted it. Super big, super party-like.
You keep saying big. When I think big, I also think expensive.
Oh, yes.
Between travel,
hey guys, welcome to Vegas,
accommodations, and decor, the tab of some bachelorette parties can be steep. According to the wedding website The Knot, the cost of bachelorette parties has skyrocketed over the past few years, with partygoers spending an average of $1,300, almost doubling in cost since 2019.
In terms of a financial standpoint, the parties are, oh my gosh, they're so much more extravagant.
Allison Odner cashed in on the high-end party trend, creating a luxury party planning company called Batch to Basic in 2016.
I used to take clients who were looking to plan a weekend for roughly, $300, $500 a weekend. And now we recommend at minimum spending $600 per person, but it's often between $800 to well over $3,000 per person for the weekend.
Odner's team plans Summer's Vegas bachelorette.
Why does a bachelor party hold so much weight?
Hopefully this is your first and last time getting married, so this is like a once-in-a-lifetime thing for your friend who's getting married. And being invited to be a bridesmaid or as part of a wedding is really special.
Many girls attending the bachelorette parties also have bridesmaids duties.
Are those?
No.
Are they bridesmaid dresses?
This is none of your business.
For some, the plot of 2008's 27 Dresses may seem far-fetched.
Oh, you have a whole closet full. Why?
I have a lot of friends and I like to keep them.
But for J.L. Cooper, it's pretty close to her reality.
So total, it's 15 bridesmaids dresses that I've purchased.
At 27 years old, she's attended around 35 weddings total, and she's been a bridesmaid in 15 of those.
I felt like I couldn't say no to the events, but it was so much back to back.
Over the course of 1 year, JL says she's racked up $4,000 of credit card debt from all of her commitments.
It's the bachelorette party, the bridal shower, the gifts for the bridal shower, the hair and the makeup and the nails for the day of, and the dress, and even just getting time off work.
A 2017 Wedding Wire report found being a bridesmaid can cost an average of $1,200 to $1,800. And with her own wedding falling just after her friends, JL had to get savvy to pay off her debt. JL posting this TikTok to get the word out that she was selling her dresses. The video racked up almost 300,000 views, and she said she paid off her credit cards over 2 years. When planning her epic Vegas trip, Summer says she made an intentional choice to try to be upfront about estimated costs with her guests before they committed.
I wanted everyone to just know what they were paying for, because it's a lot of money for people just getting out of college or just starting their career.
We're getting a limo!
The girls let us tag along as they rack up the experiences and expenses. From coordinated outfits,
Got my boots on, my cowgirl hat, I'm ready.
To dinner at the trendy Sugar Factory.
Oh my God.
dancing the night away. On top of that, party planning fees, the hotel, flights, and spa treatments. The final price tag for the full weekend came out to about $1,700 a person and $21,000 total.
I didn't know it was going to be this expensive, but...
What would you have guessed?
I would say around maybe $1,000. So it's like doubled.
This is double your expectation.
Yeah, and it's all worth it.
Why do it?
Well, like, those are the girls that you chose that, you know, have impacted your life so far, and you want to be able to celebrate with them.
Because the bridal party may recover from the hangover, but not the credit card bill. All right, thanks to Zervine for that. When we come back, remembering Grammy winner and star of The Cosby Show, Malcolm Jamal Warner, his shocking death at 54. And finally tonight, the stunning, untimely death of actor and singer Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Tonight, tributes are pouring in for actor Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Be right there.
Who charmed television audiences for years as the lovable Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show. Police say the 54-year-old died in an accidental drowning off of Costa Rica's Caribbean coast, where he was reportedly on a family vacation. Investigators say Warner got caught in a strong current while swimming, and that beachgoers tried to rescue him, but it was too late by the time first responders reached him. Many in Hollywood remembering Warner, including Beyoncé, who wrote in part, "You will be missed." For all 8 seasons, Malcolm Jamal Warner made America laugh as the only son in a house with 4 daughters. Bill Cosby played Warner's father on TV for 8 years and has said the late actor's role of Theo was based loosely on his son Ennis, who died in 1997. Cosby has been accused by multiple women of sexual assault and sexual harassment. He served 3 years in prison after he was convicted of sexual assault in 2018. But that conviction was overturned after an appeal. He has maintained his innocence. My colleague Linsey Davis spoke with Cosby earlier today about the death of his co-star. Cosby says he and Malcolm stayed close up until the end.
Malcolm did his best. He was always a great studier, and I enjoyed working with him very much.
How will you remember him?
Like Ennis. He knew when to just walk away from a conversation without being rude.
After The Cosby Show, Warner went on to act in films and dozens of TV shows, from sitcoms like Malcolm and Eddie and Read Between the Lines, to dramatic roles in Sons of Anarchy and The Resident.
This baby needs surgery in the next few hours.
In 2013, Warner said he was proud of these roles and the life he made, speaking to the Television Academy Foundation.
Such an awesome life. You know, I've got my ups and downs and all of that, but like if I die tomorrow, I know I would go with a smile on my face.
For many of us, he wasn't just on our screens. He was in our living room and part of our growing up. That's Nightline. You can watch all of our full episodes on Hulu. Take care of each other. We'll see you right back here at the same time tomorrow. Good night, America.